Frank, Anthony, St. Chris, long time no. John, how art thou? It's eyeball time. Builder dude, the Poppers, the Dream Pops. AJ, how are you? The Dream Pops are dreamy. Well, can't see it. Oh well. Nice lighting. Nice lighting in here. Can't see jack shit. Cool. Cool. Cool lights. It's not a poplar. That didn't work either. Let's kill one more light. Still can't see much. I think I need one of those. I think I need to do like those. Now, like I got black bags under my eyes. Still can't see it. A little better. I think I need to do one of those backgrounds where it's like you turn off the lights, and then you have like a singular like focal point, and like it's lit around there. Like that one. This one is a. You can't see it. You'll be able to see it in pictures, but it's like a Bone SH4. There you can kind of see the bars. It's sexy as hell. Got a little gray on it on the head. Go mark. It's ready to roll. So I just gotta. I gotta. When you see them in actual, in a picture or video, it's gonna look a lot better, but you don't see much now in my shitty lighting. Which white always just whites out. Anthony, get back to work. Needed a quick fix. You got it. I went straight to it. Yeah, these will for sure, because like I said, it's like it's in the styling of SH4. So it's got a color here, a color in the middle, a color on the head, and then the bars are colored, and then there's like there's color everywhere. So it's not color, it's pearls and iridescence and stuff. But once you hold it, once you see it in the light, it's a lot cooler. But yeah, should get the job done. It's a bone base, doesn't even look bone. It just looks. What do they call that in Brennan? You'd know. What do they call that in photography, where everything like the way I look right now, where everything's like whited out around me. They will drop this week. I'm going to Darius. How are you? Oversaturated kind of, but it's like there's another word I'm looking for. Blown out kind of, I guess, but either of those are the term that I'm thinking of. But Tyler, it's going to be a camper drop first, and if there's any scraps left, anybody else can get them. But the campers will be first. The campers eat first. So I'm going to need hemostats for dotting these I's because I don't have a lip to hold. So need a towel. Okay. Marty, you better pick one of the puppers up to go with them John painted baits. Yeah. Yeah. Campers are hungry. Do you think there will be scraps left over? I mean, You never know. Probably. I mean, who knows? I'll be greedy. What's up, Brian? We have already determined that you can't see anything. Hey, that actually helped. Look at that shit. I'll be a son of a bitch. White background. Dude, you put eyes on these things? Suck me sideways, dude. I can't believe that worked. Just happened to have a white paper tip. But now look at me. How do I fix that? There you go. Now you know. Brendan, tip of the week, if you're a streamer and you need to show something white on camera, put it on a white background. There you go. Put a paper towel behind my head. Yeah, I guess I just need to get all this shit away from me, and maybe I just need to take all these baits, paint them white. That would work. Give me a little more light in here. All right, let's see here. Well, I'm glad y'all can actually see them now. Although I do kind of like it when nobody really knows, because I can't get them to show up on these streams, and then you actually get them, and you're like, "Whoa, that looks way better than that shitty one on YouTube." 50 Shades of Bone. Have you ever seen 50 Shades of Black, AJ? Green screen background and play Bob Ross videos in the background. I did actually, as a child, love watching Bob Ross. I did love Bob Ross. It's pretty funny, AJ. You should watch it. It's one of those, obviously, a spoof, like a scary movie. Same people. It's funny. It is fun. AJ, your box went in the mail today, and I believe it should be there in 2 to 3 days. So hopefully by the end of the week is the plan. Played the Bob Ross drinking game? Well, I've never heard of it. Every time he says what you drink, or every time he does something you drink. Bob Ross was ASMR before ASMR was a thing. That was kind of ASMR-y. I listen to Bob Ross when I go to sleep every night. That used to be when I didn't have a spouse. My nighttime show was Bassmaster every night. This was pre Lynn Dollar, or pre Lynn Dollar YouTube, pre Smart TV. Said happy or little, beat the devil out of the brush. If he brought out an animal, had to finish your beer. Animal is rare. He would beat the shit out of his brush. I forgot about that. Indie Yak Angler has it. I want to say I heard somebody, or I watched one of his videos, and I'm a very obsessive comment reader. I would rather probably read comments threads than I would watch whatever I'm watching. So I'll get down comment wormholes more than I do probably watching videos. But oh, you should have been at my house last night, Tyler. It was one of those nights where everybody's like, all right, going to sleep. And it gets quiet, and like 30 seconds later some kid runs through and you're like, why are you still up? Like, oh, I needed this. We have Bean's cousin in town staying with us, so it's extra wild because there's a wild card thrown in there. So it was like never ending last night. I think the Bean got in and out of bed probably 4 times, and then changed beds. Got home from the Tuesday night about 10 p.m. and the 2-year-old was still cutting flips and asking for sweet tea. Oh, that's awesome. Luckily, the Bean has never had sweet tea. She's never had Coke. She's never had any soft drink. She has never had anything but water and lemonade and orange juice, I think, and some form of juice. Uh, so, but Amy was kind of hesitant early on. She's like, "You got to cut the tea." I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "Well, A, it's not good for you. B, the Bean's gonna see it, and because you're drinking it, she's gonna want to drink it." But the Bean has never once, knock on wood, tried to drink my tea, and she'll ask about it. She'll be like, "Is that tea?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she has never once said, "I want some. I want to know what that tastes like." She just it's like the same. I think she thinks it's booze, honestly. Because if I drink beer, she calls those daddy wawas, and I think she kind of knows not to drink beer, and I think she thinks that tea is booze. I'm guessing. That's the only thing I can think of. Um, Daddy was drinking it and he had to have it. And now he loves it. There you go. Uh, what's up, Rich? You must have that ghetto sweet tea with 10 cups of sugar to 1 ounce of tea. No, like I use the if I make it, I usually buy Red Diamond, but if I make it, I use those Louisiana gallon tea bags, and I probably make a quarter of a gallon. It's like syrup, dude. Like the tea is insanely strong. I can probably drink half the pitcher and then fill it back up with water 2 times and it still tastes strong. Um, I don't drink it because my grandpa's tea was booze. Uh, it's crazy how rare original Bob Ross paintings are. There's like one person who has them all, and I don't think they even sell them. South Jersey, have you the fine art market is really interesting. Like in all the counterfeits and all the like conspiracy theories on like Hitler and like all this like stolen arts and people. There's a lot of stolen art. There's a lot of counterfeit art. But if you ever feel like going down a wormhole, just kind of start googling some things related to fine art, like fine art theft or something. You'll go down a wormhole. It's pretty awesome. Um, there's a movie, AJ. You probably remember it. It's kind of red violinish. Um, it came out about the same time, I believe. But it was I believe it was about a guy that did like counterfeit art. Um, but raised on tea and Kool-Aid, we turned out all right. It sounds like the lyrics to a what's that guy? Uh, what's the Sweet Tea song guy? What's his damn name? Billy Currington. So I've got a Billy Currington story. So I had this chick that I had this Com 100 class or something in college, and she was like real quiet and kind of sat by herself, and I was kind of real quiet, and I kind of sat near her, and we were like the two like outcasts that kind of sat, that weren't like didn't know anybody, and I got to talking to her one day, and she was very like soft spoken and sweet, but she was very pretty, like very pretty, and got her introduce yourself. Facebook just started, so I was like, I'll look this chick up on Facebook, and pulled up her Facebook profile. She's like had some like recent post, and it was like had a great time in Atlanta with the boyfriend, fucking Billy Currington, and I was like, well, so much for that. uh, Bob Ross signed his rights away or something like that. My wife watched the Bob Ross story. Bob Ross was never paid for his TV show. Wow, Bob Ross, not the businessman. Uh, but back to being raised on Kool-Aid. Uh, there is only one flavor of Kool-Aid. The rest is garbage, and it's black cherry. It's the flavor. It doesn't taste anything like cherry. It just tastes like the nectar. Red, red, dude. My best friend's mom growing up used to make the damn. She was like the Kool-Aid master, and we would just like. She would say go like she would drop us off at the store and be like go get Kool-Aid, and it was never a question over, what flavor should we get? Black cherry every time. I need to get me a pack of black cherry Kool-Aid and like keep it here at the shop just to have it for grape. Ugh. Purple drink. Only Kool-Aid flavors are color. Uh, call Kool-Aid by its government name. Something is wrong. Red. Well, there's too many. There's too many now. There's too many. I mean, you go to the Kool-Aid aisle and there's like 40 flavors. There used to be like 10. Dark red, red, orange, purple, pink, and that's it. I have a blue. Same with Gatorade. There's only one flavor Gatorade. Citrus Cooler, and I don't know what. It's not yellow because you could get that mixed up with the lime. Uh, Citrus Cooler, and I don't know what happened to Citrus Cooler, but it is a national tragedy that there is no uh, Citrus Cooler anymore. Tang was better than Kool-Aid. Tang is good. My buddy's grandma used to make Tang pie. There was something else we used to call Tang that we don't have to get into, but you can imagine. Grape or red. Oh. Schoolmaster about to have some AIDS and vodka. Great combo. Oh, aid. K-aid, not AIDS. Kool-Aid and vodka. We mixed moonshine with grape Kool-Aid. Southern Miss couldn't hold us down. They were wild. I don't know what you guy calls freezy, but they are all flavors like grape, orange, except cream soda. Those flavors are blue and white. Are the freezies the little long, slender icicle pops that are just in like a clear little icicle bag and you eat them during the summertime? Would that qualify as a freezy? You know what? I never could eat those because they gave me headaches. I don't know if it was like the artificial flavoring in them. It wasn't like brain freeze because I ate them too fast. Like I could take like a few bites of those things over the course of like a long amount of time, and they gave me headaches. So I never ate. I never got to eat the damn. I still don't like them to this day. Um, the dyes, yeah, I think the dyes would give me headaches. So I didn't. I didn't partake in the freezies. While all the neighborhood kids were eating their freezies, I was drinking water out of the water hose. Uh, what are people in the chat? What are people on? Oh, I just bought an 825 pack of those headache tubes. My kid has like 4 a day. Schoolmaster, we found some at Rouse's. Y'all don't have Rouse's, but Kyle does. Um, Tyler does, I'm sure. Um, but they had these like tropical fruit freezies, but they're made with like actual fruit juice and not artificially flavored and don't have dyes on them and shit. They're really actually very, very tasty and they're like just basically juice from a fruit. Um, but of course, the damn grocery store discontinued them. They don't stock them anymore. And the bean, it was like her favorite thing on the planet. I want a popsicle. I want a popsicle. Just got a Rouse's. Rouse's isn't terrible. It's no HEB by a long shot, but it's something. Uh, they got some pretty decent stuff. They finally got put that on Cracker Dudes stuff. Walmart had it, but now Rouse's has it. I like Kool-Aid, Coke, and molten hot asbestos water hose water drink from a live well. Uh, uh, Never heard of Rouse's. Now it's a Southern thing. Um, the When I went to daycare, my mom told our daycare ladies to stop using the sugar-free Kool-Aid. We had too much energy when we got home. To start using, that's probably smart. Um, the I remember back in the day, I thought, I was like, you know what? I love sweet tea. I like drinking booze. Why don't I booze up my sweet tea? So I got some vodka and put in my sweet tea. That shit was horrific, dude. And then they came out with that Firefly stuff that was like sweet tea vodka flavored sweet tea. And everybody was like, "Have you tried the Firefly yet?" I'm like, "No, that shit is gross, dude." Like, have you tried it? I'm like, "No, but actual sweet tea and vodka is disgusting. Why would anybody want to drink that?" Cut it with lemonade. There you go. Firefly and lemonade. Dude, I had when I quit eating bread and flour and shit, quit drinking beer, all I drank was vodka and water. It was great. Still love it. A bunch of limes in it. Shit flows, dude. I hadn't had a vodka and water in so long though. I just drink beer again now. Uh, uh, Greg the Goose is good. My dad likes Pinnacle. It's cheap, but supposedly it tastes good. I have Tito's just because we worked so many events back in the day in Austin. We had Tito's from like people would just give Tito's out. Like Tito's was everywhere. What sorority was I in? Dude, vodka and water was very delicious. Extra citrus. Yeah, I'd get two limes, and then when I would get my second drink, I would put it back into that cup and add those two limes to the other two limes, and then I would have like this lime, basically this cup full of limes with no ice. Now that we're on the topic of juice, pulp or no pulp? I think AJ, haven't we gone through this before? Aren't you a pulp guy? Got drunk on 2 days at Moon Tower and made some incredible decisions. Yeah, it's easy to do. Amy used to play volleyball over there, so I would go and I would just watch. And Moon Tower, cool place. Frank, I'm with you. I don't want to chew my juice. I don't. Ugh. My OJ thick like your bacon. If anybody here likes pulp in your juice, you're gross. I would agree. I would agree. The texture is disgusting. It's like it's like drinking it's like drinking little like it's like drinking orange tadpole water. It's gross. Pulp guys like soccer guy. They don't actually like it. They're just saying it to be different. Oh, possibly. All right. Which bit are y'all getting? I think this big boy. Uh-oh, I started dotting without finding my lighter. There we go. Nasty Nate. All right, we have figured out, Nasty Nate, we have figured out the secret to being able to show off colors. Oh, you have to get paint everywhere. You have to hold it up by a white napkin. Well, I got a new, never mind, it kind of worked. The bars are kind of crooked. Okay, the weight's kind of crooked, so it doesn't matter. Um, oh boy, that didn't work out so good. I got too much light on. Um, but the ice cream truck, yes, we do. We have a lot. We have an ice cream truck driver. Haven't got anything from him in a while, but he didn't really come by our house much. Ooh, I just triple dotted these. I'm living on the edge. Caught a 4-pounder with a 5-inch leech in its mouth. That sounds pretty gnarly. John, you'll have to wait for your email to the camps. It's the campers. Can't go giving out information like that on the public platform here. Thanks, Nate. I would agree. Not public knowledge. Not public knowledge. All right, let's see. What are Norman frontrunners made of? ABS or butyrate or foam? I think they're foam. Or there's some sort of like resin. I've got some unpainted. Would you like to look at one? Oops. I think they're some sort of foam. I don't know. I've never cracked one open to see. No, they're not ABS. They're not ABS. They look, I don't know what they are. They have this marbled look to them. I'm guessing they're some sort of foam. Front runners are foam. There you go. That's what they look like. Couldn't tell you what pound foam they are, but they are foam, I'm guessing. Made from a sign material foam. That's interesting. Have I used a front runner? Back in the day, I tried one. I didn't fall in love with the front runner, so there they sit, unpainted. Didn't Phil make a balsa version? Probably. I mean, when you build things out of wood, you just eventually just go down the list of everything and be like, what of all these baits? What of every bait ever made can I make out of wood? I swiped up a couple briskets at $1.99 a pound today. Grind them, bro. Grind them. Make a fancy hamburger. That's where the guy that came up with them he was in some kind of construction business. How about that? I guess that was pre-Norman. Pre-War Eagle, pre all of that. Schoolmaster, take it easy, dude. Smoke it and do it justice. AJ, grind it up and make a bougie burger. Silver rice Norman, how about that? I swear every single Norman frontrunner has different position eyes on them, and I only have one that looks perfect. These are pretty consistent. The only thing I see is one has the line tie sticking out like a lot further than it's supposed to be. But um, heavens, just opened up. My shop has a tin roof, and I've yet to put up speakers. Very hard to hear. Sounds like a good place to nap. Where'd y'all learn so much about the front runner? Tom and Mike? Where'd you get all your front runner knowledge? Vast resource. Um, Probably right, Brendan. Probably work the best. Who's calling me? No caller ID. Okie dokie. All right, we're looking good. We're looking good. We're a third of the way there. This part is always a wee bit terrifying. They did articles on Bassmaster. How did I miss those? Must not have received that one. Mike just crushed one. He couldn't stand it. He said, I got to see what this thing's made out of. I got to see what this thing's made out of. Which that's the way all good riddles are solved. I really want to know how this bait's made. I think I'm going to destroy it. Oh, it was by mistake. I thought you were just inquisitive. Oh, no. Sketchy move, me. Sketchy move. Mike, you still use them? Tom, you still use them? The Pradco, the War Eagle versions, don't they still make them? Doesn't War Eagle make the front runner again? Nate's dealing? Where's Nate? If anyone wants to do some trading for a set of poppers, I have an extra set of rat brains. Ooh. Ooh. Wheeling and dealing. I need to set up a Facebook trading page, a swap shop for the campers, which would be kind of fun. Would be kind of fun. Yeah, I didn't like having all those knots. Big M and TK camper trading page. Why not? A bunch of deep divers from back in the 80s and early 90s. Most of them have never seen the water. Gator, you need to throw them things, dude. Unless they're garbage, and then don't throw them. Unless they need to stay in the 80s. Yes, they need to stay in the 80s. It'd be cool if somebody could make a that kind of image. Yeah, that would make sense, but that's South Jersey. They look like that. Or look like that. It would be cool. I've said too much. I'll have to delete this video now. This video will go into oblivion. Norman's Bagley Wiggleworts. Ooh, you want to get rid of them? Speaking my language now. Later, builder dude. Thanks for builder duding, poppers. For me and the campers. Send me pics. I would love to see what you got. I actually found a. I'll pull it out once I get these dotted. I'll pull it out. But I found a. I found a DD22 from back when I first started painting, and I had it masked off to paint. I don't think that's gonna work. Son of a bitch. I had it masked off to paint, and you can't even see inside the bait. Like it's all powder. Like the butyrate and the lead and all that kind of stuff inside is it's not even close to being clear anymore. It just looks smoky. As Tom got pics of. They did make a double chug bug. Oh, I remember, I think, seeing that. There was another one. I think Bagley made some sort of linked bait like that. Nate Rowling is on Instagram under Nasty Nate. It's where he hides all of his native gill catches that he doesn't show anybody. Except me. Yeah, just get you 2 chug bugs, take the back hook off, split ring it to the other one. If you're feeling doubly if you feel like doubling up. All right, where we got Steve. I'll let you know. I'm thinking I'm going to spend time in Anchor Bay. Never heard about it. Is that on? That must be. That must be on the Kentucky side, the north end. Yeah, I don't know anything. Blood River. I think that's about the only thing I know. What about Jonathan Creek? Isn't that up there? Correct me if I'm wrong, Darius. I think that's the only 2 things I know about that part of the lake. Oh, St. Clair. I thought you were talking about Kentucky Lake. I don't know jack shit about St. Clair. Continue on. Let me, yeah, leave me out of this. Should have kept my mouth shut. Don't have any pics of the double chug bug, but all you need is spit ring on the back. Is it the? Do you use the a big one and a small one, or the same size? Ooh, those are perfect. We haven't dropped in months. We haven't. Brendan, when's your next pond sesh? Drop a one. I do have a blemish I could send you that is swims immaculately. It swims beautifully, but it's kind of an ugly color. I just threw some paint on it because I knew it was just like a fisher, but it's got the mojo. My email address is tacklecraft@gmail.com. TACKLEKRAFT. Not with a C, with a K. And I will find you. You will find me there. Or Tacklecraft on Facebook, Instagram. Smoke signals. My eyes are leaning a little bit today. I don't know what's going on. I need to straighten my ass up. They're all one-sided. I had a 6'4" last year down in Dunking Ground. Our good buddy, what's his name? Morgan Mason. He's up somewhere in Smallmouthville, uh, catching 4-pounders like it's nothing. If you follow Morgan and you feel like being jealous of somebody ripping on smallmouth, follow him. Don't know what you're doing. I would. That's what I was thinking. Like if you put me up there, like I would probably start close to the ramp, just to like get a feel for what was going on. He went to Mille Lacs. Could have. Anchor Bay is just north of the Harley Davidson ramp. It's where Bill Wilder won in 2020. There you go. Morgan is on them. He's at St. Clair. I mean, unless you're like a cork sniffing dickhead like Travis Manson to where like you're like, oh, look at these damn rats, these like 3 pound rats. These things, we got to get out of these things. We need fives and sixes. Like I feel like if you just want to go catch like threes, it doesn't seem like that's like the hard thing to do. I don't know. I may be wrong. I've never been there, but I would like to go try that. Like I don't need sixes. You know what I mean? Like if I can just get if I can just catch threes and twos all day, sign me up. Like a six would be cool, but two colors, Travis. I'll show them again once I get these last I's dotted. I have figured out the way to show white baits on camera, and they actually look like what they're supposed to look like. Whole day of snatching threes and fours sounds like a damn good time to me. That's what I'm saying. Go watch the replay. Damn, AJ's coming out swinging. Rewind. AJ is very salty today. Surprising coming from the guy that just got briskets for $1.99 a pound. He should you would think he would say, Travis, you know what? I'll take a screenshot for you and send it in your DMs, and you can watch and look at the pictures at the same time, so you don't have to go back. We got first as a cone at BFL in Anchor Bay 2 years ago. I think there will be some fish spawning, but I know there's some historic tall weed lines in there. Yeah, Travis is the carrot stick guy, or it's his fishing partner. Somebody related to Travis. Can I enter the dinks I caught yesterday in the TK Fry Classic? Sure. Sure. They're always welcome. The Fryer series. All right. Let's see. I need a new paper towel. Maybe I'll use this Japanese newspaper just for South Jersey. Caught a ton of white perch in the dream water. I was just finding how strong the jaws are. Interesting. So let's see here. There's the bone. There's the gill. All right, now we wait. What time is it? 4 o'clock. Yeah, they're sexy. Selling as a set. Yes, Rich. I will be putting one shad and one bluegill. One shad and one bluegill. And I thought about doing like when I dotted the cheek of the bluegill, I was gonna do like my typical like anatomically correct little half moon bluegill mark, and I was like, you know what? I'll just do a dot. It's the same thing. Like fish can't tell the difference. I think it'll look cleaner with just a dot. So I just did a dot. I like the way it looks. Yeah, I think 1 pack per person would be fair. Hayden, you tried the cream cheese on a tortilla. It's not bad. Uh, I don't know. I think Brian sent it to me. Dude reads Japanese. It's like some Japanese newspaper, bro. Who's this? South Jersey. Who's this guy? Is that like the Prime Minister of Japan? Who is he? What does this say? I don't even know how you hold this thing to read it. You read it like this? Or you read it like this? What does this shit say? This is like stock markets. If you need to know some stock prices, looks like this is, you can check your stocks. Sony's down 9 points. There's a couple English ones. NJS, LTS. DNC. I don't know. My stock is on the rise, according to this newspaper. Tacklecraft stock is through the roof. How we be doing it from now on? I don't blame you. That shit's good. That shit is a good base layer for some stuff. The only thing you need on a tortilla is some part of a cow, onion, cilantro, and a squeeze of lime. I'm trying to think. An steamed tortilla is the key. BBC, let's see if Pryor's lurking. Those Pryor Burns baits are okay. AJ does just as good. Yeah, they were kind of mediocre. He must have been in a hurry. He's probably thinking, you motherfuckers, I'm driving. I can't type. They sell a brace to wear for my elbow. It was hurting this morning, but it's a little better now. It's still hurting. But it wasn't that bad yesterday, but it got worse today. Probably picking children up 14 times to put them in bed. Nice paint job. Cool baits, Pryor. Cool paint jobs, Pryor. Cool paint jobs. Pryor's gonna curse me out. Spotted Bass 5 hasn't shown himself yet. He's looking for a damn truck stop. He's doing 80 down the highway, trying to get to a damn shoulder that he can pull off and blast your ass. Kyle is on the no spinnerbait list now, correct? Darius, what do you like to do first thing in the morning? Steve, that's what I was wondering. Because, I mean, Darius, you can answer this. Anybody else that fishes like St. Clair or any of these smallmouth factories? Me personally, if it's daylight, I want to go throw a topwater. Like, I want to go throw a spook. I want to go throw something fast. Spinnerbait. Probably no jig swimming up there, so you can take that out. Uh, but spinnerbait or some sort of topwater, buzzbait, something. I don't ever see anybody throwing a buzzbait on the Great Lakes shallow. I don't know if that is, but I would think if you got into a protected area, you could catch some fish on a buzzbait. Depends on the lake. There are places where smallmouth are really lazy. There you go. I've always had the best luck between 10 and 3. That's interesting. I want to know when a topwater bite exists for smallmouth because I don't ever see anybody do that. Smallmouth like the sun. Weird. I already don't like them. Very weird. Just give me my old lazy green fish. They like to live in swamps and detest the sun. Sunny, windy days. Gross. Drop shot. Sometimes crankbait if there's a lot of mayflies, topwater, or a small swim bait. Smallmouth love spooks. The big ones they'll pop their from 10 feet out of the water. I guess the water's so clear you can throw a spook over. What's the deepest AJ you throw a spook over? What's the deepest water you throw a spook? Depends on the forage if they eat a topwater. I mean, I think if I were like any smallmouth footage I see now, I guess in order to get like the bigger fish, you have to like throw stuff on the bottom. But I feel like seeing like a smallmouth topwater bite hype video would be incredible. I'm sure they're out there, but I don't follow besides like Manson. I don't follow a lot of smallmouth guys. But the ones I do see are always like drop shotting or Ned rigging or throwing hair jigs or little swim baits or something like that. It's never like power. You know what I mean? 3/4 ounce spinner bait, chartreuse blades. Is that a thing anymore? Last year there was 3 Van Dams. You're screwed. I've seen them caught on table rock really deep on top, but they may have just been floating out there. Maybe. Up north they love the sun. Down south they love cloudy, rainy days. Hmm. Interesting. Very interesting. Darius, when you go up there, do you have a heavy uh, painted blade spinnerbait that you throw, or is that too ancient? Is that a thing of the past? I watched my boater catch a limit over 50 feet of water at Table Rock on a Zera pup. Wow, that's pretty teeny. Do you throw it on a spinning rod? That's micro, dude. I'm on my third use of lead pot, and now this one's clogged up. Threw it on a spinning rod. Wow, that's pretty wild. Did you have any Zara puppies, AJ, or were you sitting there with your thumb up your ass going, what do I do? What do I do now? Go to my shaky head? You need cleaner lead, says AJ. Quit melting down wheel weights, Brendan. You need the. We have both types of smallmouth in our lakes. We have the South Tennessee smallies and the Northern Dakota smallies. That's really interesting. That you can target a certain strain of smallmouth, whether it's sunny or if it's cloudy, or if the morning starts out cloudy, you fish for the down south smallie, and then in the middle of the day you go target the other strain. Any carving? No, I haven't. I haven't carved anything. I try and not do that because that would. I don't need to mess up my money makers and put a big gash in one. Milford has a tasty smaller. Very cloudy. There's a northern smallies and they have the sun. Oh, they're not the same lake. I was thinking there was the same. There were both strains and they put them in the same lake, so you could like fish for both of them during the course of the day, which would be really weird. Um, it's kind of cool though. Northern smallies like sun. I'm trying to think. It's supposed to be an east wind Sunday. Is that bad for that lake, or is it bad because of the old saying, wind out of the east, they bite the least? Winds out of the south, throw it in their mouth. Winds out of the west, bite the best. And north has always been a little sketchy because my dad used to say, wind out of the north, bite like a horse. And I never knew what that meant. And I was like, they bite like shit during the north wind. Like it's usually a front moving through and it sucks. So what is that? What does bite like a horse actually mean? Smoke from Canada has finally found its way to your neck of the woods. Haven't thrown a spinner bait in a long time unless there's like 3 foot waves that will kill it. Hmm. What's that hook? Where is that hook? I need to jam it into my finger. Hmm. I need to send Bob his winning chipmunk. I haven't sent it yet. Hook. I had a pack of B10 stingers around here somewhere. I don't know. We have a club derby on Melbourne in September. There was a guy I was talking to from PA who says he has caught Alabama bass and he's reported it to the game in Alabama and hoping it's not true, but you never know. Alabama spotted bass? He's caught an Alabama bass in PA. I mean, if y'all get those things are damn awesome. I don't know why you wouldn't want those. Is there an invasive species one? I don't think so. That's one they've got in California. Send it to Bob. He'll be the middleman. All right, dudes. I'm about to get out of here. We'll chat tomorrow. I'm talking about looks like a spot, but it's not. They're actually related to sunfish. Like a shoal bass? Maybe. There is some little dipshit bass that's called an Alabama bass, but I don't even know what it is. Like I don't know how he would know that's what it is because it just looks like a little bitty spotted bass looking thing. Like if I caught one, I would never know it. Um, and I don't know how somebody from Pennsylvania would catch one and be like, "This is an Alabama bass." They're like in a very they're over there on the like towards Georgia, and like one they live in like one river. Um, but like I said, I don't know how he would know that's what that was. Uh, this is only the first. I'm getting off of here. No, I really am. I really am. I just had a question to ask or answer. Maybe by the markings, I can know that spine bass. I don't think that. I mean, maybe I don't know. Jeremy, I'd like to go catch a. I'd like to go catch a shoalie too. The funny thing is, I've talked to like quite a few, not quite a few, but I've talked to a couple people, and they were like shoal gurus. And it was like a couple years ago, I talked to this guy, and he was like, "Dude, if you want to catch shoal bass, I got a jet boat. Come with me. I've got the meat hole. You just let me know when." And it's not that far, but it's just somebody you talk to like in a DM or something, and then you can't remember who it was. Like that was like 2 years ago, and I like never find that message again. Um, just got on your getting off, yeah. Unfortunately, AJ, I'm not even gonna entertain that question. The musky crankbait, man. Is that true? Is there really a musky crankbait called the Chad Chad? Still cracker dude. What's he doing? Damn. CS's, yes. There absolutely is. There's no way you can Google that and find it, right? Yeah, you can't Google Chad Chad musky lure. You just get Chad Chads. There it is. There actually is. Lungen. Lungen. Uh oh. It's time for them to get their little piece of the pie. I mean, it's a beauty. It's a beauty. Did you find this yourself, trying to find yourself a Chad Chad? Damn it, stupid light. That's a Chad Chad. That's the real Chad Chad. AJ, do you paint those for them? Are you the guy in the video I sent you? Painting Lungen Chad Shads? Uh, oh, all right. They do have a nice selection of colors. Uh, I don't know how people pick these colors. Not meaning the anglers. I don't know how the painters do it. Like you have to have in order to be a skilled musky painting lure expert, you have to have the worst palette of color. You have to have the worst eye for color humanly possible. That's the only way you can paint successful musky and walleye colors. You have to be legally blind because there's no way that people are painting this shit going, damn, this will catch me a damn muskie. Like this shit is awful. Like that. Like nobody painted that and was like, oh yeah, yeah, it's gonna get a 50-incher. This one's gonna get a 50-incher if I've ever seen it. Like did somebody paint that and be like, dude, I'm probably gonna catch a damn lake record muskie on this damn thing. Yeah, they're pretty bad. I have heard the Wonder Bread is a thing. The uglier the better. But how do you even do that? Like how do you like I've tried that before to where I'm like I can't even get I guess it does take a special skill set to make ugly baits. I guess you could. You could just take all you could just get all your bottles of paint and group everything that doesn't go together. And I could probably paint some pretty horrific stuff. Maybe that's what I'll try. But I know Billy said it would be legally blind in a year or two. Musky lure painters are old hippies that are having flashbacks. Probably are, Rich. Um, uh, but they're always gross combinations. But I'd like to. Maybe I'll do maybe I'll find some loser crankbaits around here and just see what the ugliest paint job I can come up with to put on it just to like gross people out. Maybe I'll do a troll post, AJ, and paint like the most disgusting crankbait I can think of that like is totally repulsive and does not match or flow together in any shape, form, or fashion, and post it and see if somebody says dope. You know what I mean? Like, because they're always like, I know for a fact after all the baits that I've seen posted on like Bass Baits, Buy and Barter, Swim Bait Universe, like out of all the shit I've seen posted that I look at and I'm like, that's the ugliest shit I've ever seen. There's always 10 comments that are like, will you paint me one? That's dope. That's sick. It's like, dude, no, it's not. It's awful. It should be removed from the internet. And that guy's airbrush should be removed from him. Bondo Billy, hope your sight gets better. Jackson Pollock splatter drop. That'd be kind of cool. I did do a drop bait. It was the three. I think they were 1.5 Burns 1.5. One of them was all splatter. It was awesome. It was my favorite one of the bunch. Every color on it was splattered, all down the sides, all on the back. The belly was splattered. It was the shit. Someone will. There's an idiot born every day. Voila, musky colors are easy. You only use fluorescent colors. That's simple enough. Talking musky, I need to see a Marty Balsa one-piece glider, but for some bass and a stripper guy who makes something like plain, but actually it's great. I have one that my dad built. It's weird. It looks like some Tron shit. Monkey puke. I've actually got a bunch of them, South Jersey. This one had the weird. I don't know what this like Tron eye he was going for was, but I'm not sure what was going on. But it's a one-piece glide, foiled. It's interesting. This is from like 2010. There's one that looks. This one has the Tron eye, but I covered it up with a regular eyeball. John Burnsy doesn't like the roundies. If I put Burns on a real round bait, he will disown me, and it would probably take months. Spro should be paying him. Yeah, Spro. We want the half eye royalties. Or dual purpose, but Jeremy bait like the hide up in Greedle. In Greedle. He could. I mean the weighting's pretty much the same. It would wiggle just the same. Probably. I mean, it's got a lot more weight in the ass than a typical lipless would, but I'm sure it would wiggle some way, shape, or form. Need a round Burns and sunburn. It's a tall order. Round Burns, period. I do have him working on one for me. It's not round, but it's a. It's just a selfish bait for me to throw. Travis, yes, we have been talking about the shad named Chad, and AJ brought up that it was it's a musky bait before originally, and it has been a musky bait, and that Lugan Lures that has the Chad Shad crankbait for musky needs to seek royalties for their name being used. To put realize on a Burns to the end of camper is going to cut everyone off, pretty much. Stop trying to challenge me while I'm driving home. I actually have some to paint tomorrow of those shads, formerly known as Chad. Burns is lurking on the road. He's sitting there going, damn it, son of a bitches. True round baits take up a lot of wood. Pit maneuver the next car in front of you. Burns is drafting on his way home, trying to text with two hands. I am getting queasy. I am getting a wee bit queasy. But AJ, You successfully trolled me and kept me going for an extra 15 minutes. Don't be pissing off the builder dude. Exactly. I know that was strategic. You're like, I'm going to derail this guy and see how long I can keep him on. I bet I can keep him on 15 more minutes. Are you playing a drinking game right now? Is the joke on me? I think, is that what's happening? Are you sitting around with your buddies playing the TK drink game? If we can get him to stay on, you have to take a sip every minute that he stays on after he says he's going to leave. Every time he says Chad, take a shot. A little too hard last night. What was the? Have y'all had any bar crawls lately, AJ? That looked like a lot of fun. Smart move, Frank. Smart move. I actually have beer here. Maybe I should go get a beer and just start drinking with AJ. Wife's giving me dirty looks from the door now. Later, Burns. All right. When TK says I'm getting off, it means I'm staying on for another hour. Yeah, that's just when I say I'm getting off of here, that means go refill your drink. We got a little more to talk about. Yeah, if the eyes are dry, I can dot them again, and then we can start this process all over again. One bar or at home? Get a half-hour drive. You want to see a popper? Okay, I'll show a popper. Let me go get some beer. Just kidding. Let's try the Japanese newspaper. Let's try to get one of these. It didn't focus as good as it did earlier. Too much writing. Too many stocks. Too many Japanese stocks. But you get the idea. I need to turn this off. Let's see. I'm off in 24 minutes. Let's see. I'll help a little bit. The napkin actually works better. Some of these I actually can dot. Some of these I actually can dot. Well, let me go grab a beer and we'll dot eyes. All right. Y'all are welcome. All right. Yeah. I don't remember which ones I did first. What was I listening to? Oh, I was listening to that Butch Brown uh, podcast he did with one of those. I can't keep up with the podcast. Y'all know which one it is. It's like they're all something and something, and there's like a bunch of them now. It's like scales and tails, fins and grins, this and this, and I can't keep up with what's what. But Butch Brown was on one of those, and Jeremy recommended Cast a Crank. Yeah, like I can't keep up with him, but I listened to it, and by the sound of it, Butch likes his beer. Cast a Crank. There's a lot of beer talk. Um, do you paint? Do you listen to music? Yes, I do this. I listen to the radio. Um, but my dad needed, he wanted to put up like a security camera outside. So he ordered a Wi Fi booster because he wants a little security camera outside. So we needed better signal. But if his booster works, then I might be able to put a TV in the paint room, and then I could run like a Chromecast, and then I could just put like fishing shows on all day while I paint. But the problem is, I would have to have like a sound bar that went with the TV because it would have to be louder than my exhaust fan. Um, or Roku, yeah, anything like that. I can't get signal out there now, so I would need uh, if the booster works, then it might be an option. Because I have a TV in here that I used to watch Bassmasters on before I had internet. No, I don't use earbuds because I take my mask on and off so much uh, that I could probably use the wireless ones. But I've never jived well with those. Those have always kind of got on my nerves. It's mainly me because I forget to charge them and like I lose them and stuff like that. Ow. There's a couple of seizures from Toxic, and they get lit on those. And one of the dudes that makes pipeline bags. What's that guy's name? I've talked to him before. Um, he actually sent me the dude from Black Dog sent me a message and was like, "Hey man, I got some things I could probably share with you that'll probably help you out in the industry or whatever. Call me." I think we played phone tag like 10 times and never talked to the guy. Um, $15 wireless earbuds. I would probably do better with the ear muffs. Um, Amy's calling. Should have. Working late, my sweet. All right, let's see how this works. Dotting eyes on non-lipped baits is not cool, dude. It is not cool. Now they look like something. Now they look fudging off awesome. This this is probably my favorite part when they come when the eyes make them come alive. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Can't see them. I need my thingamabob. Um, One of those guys said something one time on one of those streams, and they were like, "Yeah, we need to get Tacklecraft on here," and or he was on another stream or on a post or something. And he's like, "If you ever want to come on the show, message me." I started thinking about it, and I was like, "Is that really how it works? Like, do guests reach out to them and be like, "Hey, put me on your podcast"? It's like, isn't it the other way around? Maybe I'm old school. It's actually a good thing you got a beer, started unmasking Chappos, and I'd clear coated the sections together. Wonderful. I love hearing catastrophic shit like that. Um, Somebody in the universe can have their gathering. I'd take Toxic Day. Yeah, Toxic Day seems pretty cool, honestly. It's not going to be as cool as Microbass Day. That also doubles as a swim bait gathering, which is like total irony. Have a swim bait meetup, and the tournament is the smallest fish. Be the anti swim bait swim baiter. Microbass trumps them all. Yeah, I think that is my road I would like, because I am typically do like the road less traveled. So with all the uh, push for bigger baits, bigger fish, I think I'm gonna go the opposite route, and we're gonna target little ones. Maybe targeting small fish with big baits. Maybe that's the future. What's the smallest bass you can catch on a ghost? I do need to have it. I do. You're welcome, AJ. You're welcome. While wearing a, yes, you're correct. I am wearing the Ned shirt. I didn't say I'm going to go out there and Ned rig. Alternative is bring out a KO ghost. Wow, it's a lot of bait. It's a lot of bait. I wouldn't think I wouldn't think the market for a KO Ghost would be that great. Like, I feel like the guy that would throw a Ghost can afford a Ghost or can get a Ghost. You know what I mean? Like, the guy that buys KOs of this shit, I don't think is a Ghost guy. Maybe I'm wrong. Um, Caught a bass on the Spro Rat 50, and it couldn't even pull it under. Ballsy, ballsy. Did anybody message Butch Brown and see if he would send you a spinnerbait? Because I feel like he made a huge error in saying publicly, if you want one of my spinnerbaits, just DM me and I'll send you one or two. I was like, dude, this dude probably got swamped. I know Brendan slid in there. Yo, Butch, let me get one of them. Let me get one of them spinner bugs. AJ, do you have any of the special 310 Yuma D bombs? What color does that look like? Who wants a manifold? John B? I don't know. I don't know any manifold owners. Only throw Superbug. You and Brian. I don't. I don't. I don't throw much missile stuff. Stearman sent me some little ultra vibe looking things. Those are pretty decent. Um, but the only thing I did like, I liked their twin turbo trailer, but it was a color that they did exclusively for Tackle Warehouse called Mojito, and of course they don't make it anymore. But still got a few packs. I got heavy on them when they were making them. But, back and some color. Yeah, I did some Superbug blings for Brian that are pretty sweet. I'm trying to figure out what I want for dinner. Um, so who y'all got on Angler of the Year? Is Killing Them Kyle Welcher going to hang on for the win? Me? Who's in second? Who's the top five? Anybody know? And how close is the race? What's up to Jeremy? He ain't too bad. I've never met him personally, but I like his YouTube videos. I don't like that he caresses Hinkle's nuts and acts like he is some amazing guy after all the BS he has done. Who are we talking about? South J? Jeremy? Um, John Cox is in third. He's going to be tough to beat now that he knows how to catch smallmouth. Jeremy's drunk again. Kyle won't do it. Not up north. Jeffrey. Yeah, I don't know. He's never. I've never been. I did like his videos where he was like in Japan, but they were still hard to watch at times. Um, but I usually watch with one ear half open. Let's see. Jay Pizzler Crit. I hope he doesn't win, so I don't have to say his name again. So, not pulling for him. Who else we got? Gathering only fish below the slot. I like that. Cobb, Tyler, Louisiana Tyler, Shagarrett, Patrick Walters. Dude, Patrick Walters is like that dude was a dad before he even had kids. I don't know that he's even got kids, but he's like still a dad. He's like the most dad young guy I've ever seen. Welcher, Cobb, Cox, Rivet or Rivette? Davis Jr., Walters, Benton, Shryock, Shakirat is in the top 10. I don't think Tyler is going to do jack shit in the North Country. Cox, Rivette. Why don't they have some guys with some damn names we can pronounce? So I think I'm going to pull for John Cox strictly because his name is pronounceable. Go John Cox. I mean, we'll see. Brendan Cobb would be cool. Seems like a really nice guy. I like Cobb. And I do like Rivette, as it's pronounced. Anybody that goes out there and gets pissed off about tournament winning fish biting his bait while he's trying to catch his dinner is a friend of mine. Kyle Wutcher's going to finish strong. I'd like to see Wutcher win it after last year not qualifying. Poche, he's gonna jump a dam and catch fish in Greenland or some shit. Never know with that guy. Dude, these things are so cool. Go frogging for greenheads. I don't know what don't know though. I might have my eye on Tyler because Tyler's probably going to be trying to catch walleye so he can eat them or perch. I might predict a wild card that Tyler Rivette gets on a monster school of smallmouth while trying to catch walleye supper. What? Speaking of Ike, I haven't talked to y'all about this. Um, what do y'all think about the new Ike Live with no body but Ike? The Ike solo mission. My eyes are a little off. Sorry, dudes. Yeah, I don't think it's bad. Jeremy, if you want to go back or if you check out the new Ike Lives, it's just Ike talking to a camera. Um, it's not terrible. Which I liked the old Ike Live. I was not a fan of that Ike Live. I do like. I think there is a place for this new Ike Live though, the new style. Um, but I know people used to complain about the old Ike Live. They're like, "Oh, it's just him and his buddies just sitting around shooting the shit," and that's what I liked about it. That's what I thought was fun about it. But yeah, he just did an episode with Bernie Schultz, and it was really good. Um, really good. I think it's because he can actually talk, and there's not like a lot of personalities trying to get their like 2 cents in. Um, so yeah, like pisses me off when he starts yelling. You think he saw me waiting and he was like, this creep is waiting on me. I'm just gonna sleep in my truck up the street. He said this stupid redneck from Alabama is gonna talk my ear off. I gotta get out of here. It is really wild, like especially at the age I was at, when you like go to the local restaurant and you're like eating dinner and you walk in there and like you see who's like grouped up eating together and you like walk in there and like Davy Heights sitting over there with like John Murray, and then you see like Ish over there with like Skeet and you know Cruz, and then you see another table and it's like, and literally you look around the restaurant, it's like all Bass Pros. It's like whoa, whoa. You get kind of I wouldn't say starstruck, but kind of. Um, I want to like Ike. I just can't with the yelling and all that. To hang out and talk to him probably. Yeah, I think for sure. I think if you could get Ike, kind of. But I don't know if he could ever focus. I don't know that he's capable of focusing to the point where you could have like an actual conversation with him. I ever paint anything for Ike? No. Um, no. But of all the Bassmaster commentators, who would you like to interview the most? Of all the Bassmaster, I mean, probably Davey Height. Does he count? My favorite's Tommy Sanders. Like I love Tommy Sanders, but I don't have a lot of questions for Tommy Sanders. I would have the most questions for Davey Height because I feel like I relate to Davey Height because I feel like Davey Height and I fish a lot alike, and I feel like Davey Height was a lot smarter and did a lot more things that than he let on to, and he threw some baits and he did some shit that he like Thrift where he's like just kind of all shucks, like I'm just this guy out here bass fishing. And I'd like to ask him if it was true if he gave the dude from Louisiana his boat for helping him at the Delta win the Classic. There's a lot of questions I'd like to have ask Davey Height. There was an article in a Bassmaster back in the day, and I need to go find it. I'm sure I have it somewhere, but it was like the article was about like old forgotten lures or like rare baits that you throw, and he made mention of having this. It might have been a Charlio or something, but Davey Height mentioned having one of these things, and I think Scott Martin chimed in and said he liked them too. Um, but I don't remember what it was. But when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, Davey's throwing some weird shit." I've seen Davey throw a Bagley before too on camera. Um, I like that. I like that. All right, two more. Um, the yelling kind of gets old, but I'll laugh at it because it's ridiculous. The only thing I don't care that he screams. The only thing I care about is that, like, me and my family can't sit down and watch a Bassmaster episode with him on it because if you have the volume at 12 or whatever, and everybody's cool and calm and relaxed, and Ike comes on and starts screaming, it automatically goes to like 120 decibels and puts everybody's ears out and makes everybody jump, and it's just annoying. So if they would like when they edit the video, if they would just bring his scream down to like regular volume, it wouldn't be that big a deal. But it like spikes. Just mute him. All right. They're ready. They are ready for clear. All right. Faith first. What's up, dude? Where was handing out in the bait cave drinking beer probably be all right. I would certainly agree. What one? I thought I missed something. Like a kid. Where did Darius comment? Oh, every fish he catches, he hollers giant. He does, but the thing about Ike, which it's kind of changed, but the dude is smart as hell. Like he knew how to get on camera, and that was the number one goal of everybody. And the beauty of Ike was that Ike could come in 100th place, but he would still get airtime doing dumb shit. And it was, I mean, when you look back, the screaming, the yelling, the shenanigans, it's you got to give the dude props because when everybody is fighting over TV time trying to catch fish, Ike was able to do it when he did shitty. And that back then, that's how you got paid, dude. Like there wasn't any other avenues of like how you when you were like trying to get potential sponsors, you pretty much had to say, hey, I get in this magazine, or I'm on TV a bunch, and if you don't get on TV, you don't get paid. So, but he was. I mean, I feel like he was. Besides Fish, I feel like Fish got on TV, but Fish could catch him, which I can catch him. But I feel like Fishburne, when he was getting TV time, it was because he was catching them. But you know, he could still catch them. It was just when he was catching them, he was doing dumb shit, which is incredible to watch. Because if you go back and you watch like the tournament, I think at like Seminole from like 1998, 99, something like that, 97. It's top 150, I think, at Lake Seminole, and it's when Fish and Shaw Grigsby did the commentating. Um, they're at Wingate's Lodge. They go through and show Wingate's is awesome. But in that episode, Fish is sight fishing with a spinning rod in like shallow grass with a tube, and he's catching fish like big ones, and he's fishing for whatever top top prize is then. Like he's in the top 5 or 10, and he's got a fish on, and it like runs over the boat, runs under the boat with a spinning rod, and like gets hung up in the grass, and he starts like looking up under the boat and like joking around, like dicking off, and he was like, "Hello, hello," and he's like in no panic or hurt. Like he was, there was there was nothing like you would have never known the guy was fishing for 100 grand. Like he was still being like Fishburne and like clowning around with like a potential to win. I mean, it's pretty amazing that he was like that nothing phased him. Um, Faith First Fishing, how was Wingates? Did it still have a old fish camp feeling, or have they tried to redo anything? I would like to know what's new and what's old at Wingates. When they came to Kentucky, Fish called me fishing brother because we are both redheaded. Fishing brother. That's pretty funny. But that's the thing, like you connect with Fish like instantly. You know what I mean? Like he's got that way of just like grabbing people and making you feel comfortable and liking him. He might be a total prick, I don't know, but he seems nice. I'm sure he's got some sort of tragic personality trait. He's probably got some like god awful temper. As far as I know, it was the same that it was the first time I've been there, but my grandpa said they'd let it go down to hell since Jack died. That's unfortunate because Wingates was like one of those places on my bucket list that I wanted to go before old man Jack died, which has been forever. But like growing up watching Bassmasters go to Wingates, I wanted to go to Wingates. So it was like on my bucket list. It was on like my 12-year-old bucket list, and then Jack Wingate died, and you know that kind of took some of the appeal away because I wanted to go in there and get the tour like Bob Cobb did. But anywho, all right, it kept me on for another 45 minutes. And AJ bailed. A dick. Yeah. AJ said, "Let's talk." He's still there. He's still there. Did you fix your baits? Thanks, Nasty Nate. Oh, campers, be checking your emails tomorrow. Shit might be going down. Maybe. All right, I gotta go cook dinner. We'll see y'all later. We're gonna have Taco Tuesday today on Wednesday. See y'all.